教，武當不再現，峨眉水城。
Whatever he'd done to our newspaper, it's how he'd healed my eyes that made me wonder. What do these people living in the shadows of the volcanoes still know that we of the West have forgotten?
Of one hand after getting chi and then get longer than the other hand. So let's wait and see what happens. I'm gonna mark this hand. So and then I'm gonna see the hand. Then the hand is of the same length.
Okay.
And then here, like that. Check the hand. Now let's put the hand together. After sending chi and receiving chi, so how does the hand looks like? Okay.
Is it going to go back?
Yeah. No,
kidding.
you see.
Wow, that's interesting. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's not a trick or game. It's just to prove that there's more to life than what you know.
Oh yeah, exactly.
see?
And the chi
here.
can make a difference.
And now is before getting energy. So this is the way the hand is. Can you stand up the hand? Okay. So the. Oh my God!
So cool. Oh my god.
Can I turn it around? So I see the mark of the hand.
Which just happened.
Wow. This hand. Can you stand up the hand?
Matt, try to pick Megan up. Grab her by the waist and just try to lift her up right in the air. Lift her right up.
No big deal.
Megan, this time when you try it, will you actually resist Matt's attempts?
Yes. Just one moment.
That's amazing.
Isn't it? I mean,
How does she do that?
It's the American.
Where a lot of the Chinese stories come of all the martial art masters. They could emit energy, and it wasn't just their physical force that beat their opponents, it was their chi.
But that goes against everything we know and understand in Western science. It defies the biophysical laws.
This is where Chinese medicine takes a wide turn off of what we understand and accept in the West.
我用的是和谐的办法，我给它合上。
life-threatening condition within the body of a living woman using precisely the kinds of techniques that we're speaking about right now. For me, it was this kind of information that took this lost modality out of the realm of academics and into something that's very real that we can apply in our lives. I had the opportunity during that time to see some video footage of the healing of a 3-inch diameter bladder cancer inside the body of a woman who, by Western medical standards, had been diagnosed inoperable. She had gone, as a last resort, to a medicineless hospital in Beijing, China. It was in this medicineless hospital where they began simply by addressing the life-affirming ways that she could change how she was living her life. They taught her life-affirming ways to breathe and life-affirming ways to nourish her body, gentle movements to stimulate the energy centers in her body. And as she was doing these and strengthening her body, at one point it made sense to undergo a process. Now I'd like to share this, I'd like to describe it to you as a very potent example of how the feeling world inside of our bodies has a direct effect, in this case a very graphic effect, on the world beyond our bodies. In this case a very graphic effect on the world beyond our bodies. So in the video documentation, the film shows a woman lying on in a hospital room. She's fully awake, she's fully conscious, she believes in the process that's about to happen. Before her, there is an ultrasound technician who is running an ultrasound wand over her lower abdomen that we can see on a split-screen television. And on the left-hand side of the screen, they do a snapshot, a freeze frame of an instant in time for reference, so we can see what her condition looked like in that instant in time. On the right-hand side of the screen, we are able to watch real time as 3 practitioners stand behind her, working with the energy in her body and with the feelings in their bodies. And what they do is they begin to chant a word that to them they've agreed upon, that reinforces the feeling within them that she's already healed. The chant essentially says already healed, already done. And as they begin to have this feeling and to say these words among themselves, on the computer screen, on the television screen, we can watch in real time this cancerous tumor as it disappears in less than 3 minutes real time. It's not like time-lapse on a documentary where you see a rose unfold in 30 seconds in something that normally takes days. This literally happens in less than 3 minutes. Her body responded to the feelings of the practitioners who were trained to have the kinds of feelings that they were having. And all they were feeling was the feeling of what it feels like to be in the presence of a woman who is already healed, fully enabled, fully capacitated. They were not seeing her as a woman who was sick, and they weren't saying, bad cancer, you've got to go away.
Projecting chi from the palm of the hand can also be used to resist rifle pellets, he says. First, you learn to distinguish between yin and yang qi in your body. Then how to pool it in your navel chakra. Then how to project it.
Pushing objects or igniting them. Then he gets really strange. He says that mastering yin qi is the key to the spirit world.
There's a long tradition of Indonesian krisis being possessed by spirits. So people bring him their krisis to see if they're duds. Here he says he doesn't manipulate matter by projecting mixtures of yin and yang qi. He merely creates a field of yin energy in which, he says, if there's a spirit, it can manifest itself.
So for this demo, I've brought Kinzawa all the way from Japan, and I've picked the animals. A herd of alpacas.
Right now,
A couple more have started going down.
it's uncommon to see them kind of go down like this one by one. There's only 2 adults standing now.
Kinzawa Sensei wants to move further away from the alpaca, as he believes its power is stronger from a distance.
Starting to lay their heads down and everything. Really go to sleep.
Yeah.
ベンガルトラは地鳴りのようなうなり声で威嚇する。だが負けじと立ち向かう神沢。
虎のエネルギーが強い。
しかししばらくすると気の力の影響か神沢に背を向け始めた。ここは攻めるしかないと決意した神沢は
天地融合行きます。
すると影に隠れていた虎が近づいてきた。
はい、では始めます。
気を送り始める神沢。ベンガルトラは地鳴りのようなうなり声で威嚇する。
良くなってますから、もう少しリラックスして。お首が垂れてきた。
なんと虎が神戸を垂れた。
すごーい。
さらに神沢は力を振り絞り虎に最後の気を送る。するとなんとベンガルトラが本当に寝てしまった。気を操りどんな猛獣も眠らせる男神沢忠。密林の王者ベンガルトラをひるむことなく
神沢はこの最強の奥義でヒグマを倒しにかかる。すると座った。
だんだんリラックス状態に入って捨ててくるでしょう。
さらにヒグマは地面に手をつき驚きの300キロを超えるヒグマが雪の上に完全に横たわった。しかしまだまぶたは開いている。神沢は力を振り絞りヒグマにサインを送る。
あ、もう寝ちゃった。
まぶたが完全に閉じた。なんとあの猛獣のヒグマが本当に寝てしまったのだ。
前に人いるのに。
これ完全に寝ました。もう完全に寝てますね。寝てる。はい。もうリラックス状態。深い睡眠に入ってます。
ディレクターが確かめてみると。
ね、息が聞こえますね。
危ない危ない危ない。
あ、頑張っていかれるよ。
大丈夫ですか？
全然動かないですよ。
もう深い眠りに入ってます。
気を操りどんな猛獣も眠らせる男神沢忠。ヒグマを神の手で眠らせることに見事